Before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know that over 90% of you watching this video aren't even subscribed to the channel. So if this is something you like, basketball related content, then be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. And also please be sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss an upload. And also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. That makes a big difference in helping this channel grow. With that being said, back to the video.
What's going on, guys? So today I just wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about the All-Star game. I've expressed my opinion on the fact that this should not be happening in the first place, but since there's no sign of it, being canceled, might as well just talk about what, the results are with the starters, and then kind of basically make my own predictions for what I think, who I think should be the reserves for the All-Star game. So let's start with who are the starters, and I give my thoughts. Let's start with the East. We have Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Kyrie Irving. I agree with this five completely. I don't see anything wrong with this. Embiid deserves it. He's an MVP candidate. Giannis is Giannis. Kevin Durant has been terrific this season. Bradley Beal has been on another level, and people are going to say that he doesn't deserve it, even though he is the leading scorer in the league right now. So it's going to be complete BS if you say that, Bradley Beal shouldn't be starting just because his team sucks. He is an all-star, and that is no question about it. Kyrie Irving has been great this season. You can argue that maybe he shouldn't have been starting because he did miss, I think 2 weeks, but I think he still deserves it to be the all-star starter. So that's that. So I don't really see any problems with the East at all, honestly, with the starting lineup at least. This is what I had. Obviously for me, I voted LaVine just because I wanted LaVine, but if I had to pick my five, this would be it. So I don't see anything wrong with what I have for the East. This is, the right move. Now we go to the West. On the front court, I have no issues with Kawhi Leonard, Nikola Jokic, and LeBron James. That's nothing wrong with that at all. That's what I had, and that's going to be, that's perfect for me. But on the front, not in the front court, but in the back court, Steph, I agree with, obviously. But Luka Doncic, now, apparently, when they were revealing the starters yesterday, they were talking about how, or Ernie Johnson was saying that basically Damian Lillard and Luka Doncic were tied among the player vote and the media vote. So the tiebreaker went to the fan vote, and Luka had more fan votes. So, by that, then basically Luka had the starting spot over Dame. But man, that is unfortunate because I had Damian Lillard as my starter because he has been every year he's been really good and super duper underrated. He's been that way for basically his whole career now. But this year it just seems like he's turned it up another notch. His fourth quarter performances alone make it him a starter. And I'm not even just talking about what he does on the court. Let's just think about this right now. Let's put this into perspective. The Blazers are, I think, 4th or 5th in the West. That's very impressive for a Blazers team that has not had CJ McCollum for a while. He's still injured. Yusuf Nurkic is injured. Zach Collins is injured. So Damian Lillard has been not carrying this team, but he has been, he has been the main factor on this team and hasn't really had a significant number of star help. So to have Damian Lillard continue to put on the numbers that he has and to continue to will his team any way possible in the fourth quarter especially, he deserves it. He is an MVP candidate. To me, he's in my top 3, which is LeBron, Embiid, and Lillard. But yeah, Damian Lillard has ascended to an MVP level, and I hope that he gets an MVP someday. I just don't think he'll get it this year, which is unfortunate. But I do think that this is the year where Damian Lillard will finally get some real consideration for MVP, because this is the year where he's finally on that level where he deserves it. Because everyone knows for years he's been a superstar. That's been established for a while now, but the level that he's gone up to this season has been amazing to watch. He's such a fun player to watch. He is a really he is such an incredible player in terms of his impact. So yeah, Damian Lillard deserves it, man. He's an MVP, and Luka's been great this year, but it's just that it's been on and off with him. I think Damian Lillard deserves it more than Luka, but that's my pick. But yeah, other than that, I don't have really any other issues with the starters other than Dame over Luka, but that's going to be that. Now let's talk about the reserves. Now this is going to be interesting. They're going to be revealed, I think Tuesday is what I said. Either Tuesday or Thursday, but there's going to be, this is interesting now, because there's 7 spots for each conference. So it's hard to pick because I don't know what the rule is. Like, do you have to have a certain number of backcourt and a certain number of front court? Or do the coaches basically, because since the coaches are going to be the ones who are deciding this, do they just pick the 7 best players that are available? Or do they have to follow a rule with, they have to have like 4 in the backcourt and 3 in the front court, or vice versa? So I don't know about that. So for me, my predictions, I'm just going to go off of like the 7 that I think deserve it the most. Now, I could be wrong, but this is just, this is my pick. But let's start with the West, because I think there's not as much, I think it's not obvious, but it's kind of like, yeah, everyone kind of agrees with most of this. So I think that Damian Lillard is going to be a reserve. He deserves it, obviously. That's not a question. Rudy Gobert, Paul George, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell. I would have had Anthony Davis, but I mean, technically he would be my 6th. But since Anthony Davis isn't going to be playing in the All-Star game, I'm going to have to still figure out what I'm going to do with that. But then I'm also going to put Zion, and I'm going to put Chris Paul. So this is interesting, and I don't know if this is going to be what actually happens, but Lillard is no question, Rudy Gobert is no question, Paul George is no question, Devin Booker to me is no question, Donovan Mitchell to me is no question. Now, I would have had Anthony Davis, obviously, but I think Zion is an all-star this year. I genuinely believe that. He has gotten better. It's marginal, but he has gotten significantly better than last year. I don't know why I said that. He's getting marginally better, but significantly better. I don't know. He's gotten better. That's the main point. He's gotten better than last year. So, and he's putting up great numbers for the Pelicans. So yeah, regardless of how the Pelicans are doing, he's been great for that team. So he deserves it. And yeah, Chris Paul. Chris Paul has been, again, he does such a good job on, like, no matter what team he's on, he does such a good job of, like, getting his team into, like, such a good position. Like, he's on the Phoenix Suns, who have been not good for a long time. Basically, for the last time, like, when I started playing basketball, or started watching the NBA, the Suns were not good for a long time. So, for him to be taking the Suns to the 5th seed right now, I mean, it's great, but it's, I think Chris Paul deserves it. That's not even a question. Now, who else do I think deserves consideration? DeMar DeRozan. I think what he's been doing with the Spurs has gone, basically underrated. The Spurs are a playoff team right now, so I think that DeMar DeRozan deserves some consideration. But yeah, again, that's my 7. I know that this is my best guess for what's going to happen, but let's see. I have Lillard, Gobert, George, Booker, Mitchell, Zion, and Chris Paul. So we'll see what happens there, but that's my Western Conference reserves. Now we go to the East. Now this is hard. This was actually pretty hard to do, but I'm going to have to go with Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Domantas Sabonis, Ben Simmons, and Jason Tatum. I think that's my 7. I think that this is going to be what ends up happening, just because of, like, it's just the most realistic destination pick for me. Jaylen Brown has been terrific this year. I'm so happy that he's finally an all-star this year, or finally, going to be an all-star this year, because he has gotten better and better and better every year, and watching him make that growth has been great to watch. James Harden is not, I don't even have to talk about that. Domantas Sabonis has been terrific this year. He, honestly, like, everyone talked about how, like, great he was last year, and because it kind of came out of nowhere, but he's done better this year. His rebounding numbers, his defensive numbers, he's gotten better offensively. Like, he's been really hard for defenses to stop this year, except for the Bulls. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, Sabonis deserves it. Julius Randle has been terrific this year. The Knicks are a bottom seed playoff team right now. So yeah, Julius Randle deserves to be an All-Star. Zach LaVine, I'm biased because I'm a Bulls fan, but genuinely speaking, he deserves to be an All-Star. He's putting up incredible numbers. He's in the 50-40-80 club, I think it is, and only like 3 guys are on that level. Like I think it's Larry Bird, Steph, and Jordan. That's what I read. But yeah, Zach LaVine has been on another level this year. The Bulls suck, but he's been great. Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons. He's been great this year. He's been in and out of the lineup with injuries and stuff like that, but I think will get it. And Jason Tatum, yeah, he's been terrific this year. Obviously, he missed a lot of time with COVID, but I think that he'll get it, no question, just because it's Jason Tatum. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my 7 for the East. Let me repeat it again. Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Julius Randle, Domantas Sabonis, Zach LaVine, Ben Simmons, and Jason Tatum. Maybe I'm thinking that this actually could be the 7 for the East. I'm not as sure about the West, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Tuesday when they announce the reserves, and it'll be interesting to see what these coaches around the league do, and it'll be interesting to see how they feel about these guys. You know, who do these people genuinely respect? You know, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick little video and give my thoughts on the All-Star reserves and the starters, just to give my input on what I think should be and what my predictions are. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you think about the All-Star game. Do you agree with the starters? Who do you think deserves to be an All-Star? Do you agree with my 7? Probably not. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss an upload. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the continuous support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.